Hello, I'm Toby Hurst, and this is a little video demo for a song that I've written for my album project. This song's called World's End. I'm not sure what the album's going to be called yet. I'm kind of still in that phase of naming it. I don't know whether to go self-titled or whether to come up with some fancy name for it or revert to an old one. But basically, like, the project is just this. I'm going to try and write 30 songs over my summer, or well, I'm going to try and collate 30 songs together, maybe ones that I've previously written, have at least 30 songs, and record them all into like this big double album. Although, to be fair, like kind of like my dad's been saying to me, 30 songs is pretty much a triple album at this point, so I don't know, there's going to be 30 songs on it. I think it's going to count as a double, I'm not sure, because honestly I think for what it's worth, some of the songs aren't going to be that good. It's a challenge, so that's kind of the point. So yeah, this is like the first in like a series of different new songs that I've made. This one's called World's End. I haven't recorded it or anything, but I think this whole point of this challenge is to write new stuff, collate old stuff, kind of just make something really special. That's kind of it. Yeah, this is World's End. This is the first of like the new compositions, and it's about the world's end, so I hope you enjoy. A pleasant conversation turns into interrogation. A simple-minded talk is always part of their operation. And if the world ever stopped spinning around and it left everyone out the bigger picture of its history, I wouldn't mind. You see, we've screwed up big time. I messed up a bit on the last chord there, but that's pretty much it. It's raining. Aliens 4. Drums take 1 and all that. Right, so this is going to be the first of hopefully many commentaries about music. Yeah, that's part of this summer vlog. It's just going to be about the creation of a double album, and I've filmed a little bit, but with regard to one of the earlier songs I haven't, so I'm going to just talk about it instead. It makes a lot more sense than just leaving it completely out and then, potentially people asking like, why did we not get a commentary on this song? So yeah, I'm going to talk about Aliens 4. Aliens is like the weird series of songs that's been like appearing on every single like release that has more than one song on it, because if it's a single, then it is just a single. If it's not like an EP or an album, I've been adding an Aliens song to it for no reason other than my own enjoyment. They don't even really have much of a storyline, they're just about aliens, and I just think aliens are cool. So yeah, Aliens 4 follows very much the same pattern as the other 3, completely random. It's just a synth riff, it's one in C minor. It's got this really, really cool kind of, it is like a progression, but it's around the same chord. So around the C note, obviously where you play a C minor, you're going to have C, whatever that is, E flat, sorry, and G. So when you play a C minor chord, you're going to have a C, an E flat, and a G. However, this kind of cycles around the same thing. It's going to cycle around the same kind of chord. Instead of just the C note, if you imagine the C note, you pull that up towards the D note. You start on the D, then go to the C, and then go down to the B flat, then to C again. It kind of makes this like do 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 do. So I've had that one in the barrel for a while, and I decided it'd be perfect for Aliens because I can't really fit lyrics with it. It is just very good for Aliens. It's in no way related to any of the other songs, and that's perfect. So yeah, I've kept that. It has a drum track on it, using the same drum kit as the first Aliens because that's kind of become a thing. Then you've also got the VHS synth, which is that one that it kind of drones up and then it acts as like a drone over the top of everything, and that's appeared in every single Aliens. This guitar though, guitar plays like a weird part. I'll show you actually. I've got my guitar. So where you find C minor here, which is like so when you're playing G major as a bar chord or a power chord, you play it like that. Then if you take that literally that exact same shape, but move it down like that onto the next set of strings, you get a minor chord, and that's where you get the minor power chords. Just in case you didn't know. I don't know if they're like the relatives or whatever, I don't know the theory of it all, but I just know that they sound nice. So if you find C minor, which is below G, yeah, basically during the entirety of Aliens, there's one guitar track that's slightly cleaner than the other, that's basically going like, which is doing a lot of hammering on, so where your pinky would be during that chord, which plays that C note there. So you go U, and then hammer on, and then you play the next string down, which is this E flat note. So you pretty much just like for the whole song, there's a clean guitar track to one side that goes like, because it's just funky, it sounds nice. But kind of later on as well, you have this more distorted guitar coming in. It's been there like since the start, but that plays like, it plays the U chords and whatever. It plays C minor in various different spots. It just does that for effect really, just so that you can kind of get like a little bit of a distorted like, that was a B flat, I'm sorry. There you go. But yeah, just for effect, again, it's like, so there's these parts towards the beginning that kind of just, just little dips and weaves, things like that, just to tie the bow on the whole thing, make it a little bit more interesting, because I think that's what Aliens is about. So it does that, but then it also has an effect on it, it has like a pedal on it, and I found this really, really cool. But we'll say tremolo for now, because you can like up the speed of the tremolo, you can like up like how much it shakes, so you can kind of get this thing that sounds similar to Money. The guitar's own in Money, which, you know, if you ever listen to it, it's like a I think Aliens is good. It has like a series of songs, you know how it appears once every hour, it appears once. So this is Aliens 4. I think it's just been a chance to kind of like express more like instrumental ideas. I think it's just to kind of test my ability to write a song without lyrics, to compose really, because it's like, it is just me messing around. It's like nothing's pre-planned or anything. I literally just add tracks and I'm like, ooh, that sounds funky, let's play it along and see what I can do. And then sometimes I keep the take, sometimes I don't, and then I end up with Aliens. And I like it. I think it's just a cool little quip that I do on the album. Today I finally also recorded Liberty, which is a song I've had in the tank, in the bank, in the barrel, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to say the barrel. For ages, for years now. It's a really, it's probably one of my best ones, just simply because I've worked on it so much. It's not distinctly about anything, but it just has this really like catchy riff to it, and it just works. Like as a song, it just works. I wrote a bass line for it to the point where like even I can play the bass line, like that's something. I've tried to record it before and I've just not been happy with it, or it's not fit the vibe of any other album, because it's a very summery song. That's always what people tell me when they listen to it. When they listen to like some of the past takes I've done of it, they always say, it reminds me of summer. It is a summer song. So I'm like, okay, I've got to make this about summer. So it is about summer. So why would I include it on an album released in January or February? Because that's not summer. Because not only, like, while I record this, these are just ideas. Like, it's currently April. Like, it's the 16th of April today. And I've already got like 2 of the songs done. Well, one of the songs done, but then one of them needs vocals, obviously. So let's discuss goals. I have a couple of goals for like near future, I guess. But from like this moment forward, I just want to work as much as I can on getting the simple stuff out of the way. There are quite a few simple songs, like the ones that I've already got written down, because again, I still don't have the 30 songs. They are not yet written, so I'm going to be spending a little bit of time kind of writing a bit, but then also recording some of the more simple tunes that are just a little bit here and there, just simple rock hits. Like I've got one that literally comes straight after Liberty as well. The ones I know super well, basically. I guess focus on college as well, because that's important. At the same time, whenever I'm recording anything like properly, I will try and record it. Sign off for now. This has been the 16th of April, Toby. And yeah, see y'all in a bit. Hello. Okay, so I have a song called Periods of Intellect, right? I don't know why it's called Periods of Intellect. I made it on WarioWare. This is one of the WarioWare songs. So if you don't know, I'm obsessed with a game called WarioWare DIY, or at least I used to be. I used to play it on this very thing here, WarioWare DIY. Basically a game very similar to Mario Paint, which is also a Nintendo game where you could bring up like a music tool thing. You could have like 4 tracks where you implemented these really, really crappy sounds of like pianos and guitars and things like that and voices. And it was brilliant because I composed so much stuff on there. And honestly, going back to it a couple of years ago, I found out some of these songs are actually pretty good. So there's one called Life is a Dream that ended up being one of my songs on my first album. And I also had one called, which I just called Periods at that point. I think it's just because it's one of those where I like looked around the room for the first thing I could see, like the first word I could see that I could like call the song, so I didn't know what to call it. And I think it was on like one of those like fire warning signs whilst I was on holiday playing the game, and it must have said during like a period of a fire or some event of a fire, something like that, where periods somehow came up. So yeah, I'm going to record the rhythm tracks using Coffee and a djembe. I never thought I'd be saying this. So yeah, let's give it a go.